Hello everybody, this is Emmy the Desert Hare. I've made this intro countless times because of how nervous I get. I'm brand new to VTubing. I made this model from scratch. I draw for a living. I wanted to branch out and make content. So I'm starting with one of my comfort games to help me ease myself into this kind of thing. I'm just kind of winging it right now. There's no script. I do have a notepad of like things I want to talk about, but that's kind of just a loose outline of things I want to do. And this is gonna be one of several playthroughs going up at the same time. I'm planning to do like Persona games or Pokemon at some point. Uh, I'm gonna have my girlfriend like join me on some of those streams. We'll see how that goes because she really loves Persona 3. And before I ramble too much, let's just start. I'll talk while we're doing things. Let's go.
Perhaps you've seen it. Maybe in a dream.
Maybe in a
A
dream.
murky, forgotten land.
This is my favorite intro for a Souls game. I know people complained about the "you're gonna die" over and over, and we'll get to that later.
A place where souls may mend your ailing mind.
I've been messing with audio levels. I hope this isn't too loud for people or too quiet. I'm only going to be able to tell in the
You will
post-recording.
lose everything. Once branded. The symbol of the curse. An augur of darkness.
The dark sign. Not the
Your
dark ring or the dark
past,
hole.
your
You're
future,
told from stuff that would be a
your
bad idea
very
to name it because
light.
that's a... It's, it's slang for asshole. And yeah, this...
None will have meaning, and you
I know
won't
when I've
even
talked over him.
care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls. A hollow.
A hollow.
Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it
And Orlando.
Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why.
I've also heard the complaint that this intro explains too much, gives your character too much of a past, because it gave you a wife and child, which implies that the intended protagonist is male, but like you don't really have to follow that. This could be any hollow that we're following. I mean, you do start at the bottom of this lake, but there's no guarantee that the person's reaching for this family, and this guy right here is the same character, because they say countless hollows go through this journey, so you're one of many, and that's part of why I like this whole series so much.
Like a moth drawn to a flame. Your wings will burn in anguish. Time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Part of why I like that intro so much is because it, just for the reason that it gives your character more of a past than nothing. Because the other Souls protagonists get, all they get is the little bits of info the character creator gives them, which is also good in its own right, but I like a bit more oomph. And we'll get to the main complaint about this whole intro sequence once I get to the Fire Keepers, because people did complain about the "you're gonna lose your souls" over and over again. I'm not sure what build I'm gonna go for this. Maybe a Dex build with some sorceries, because I don't really want to do strength again. I've done strength so many times going through this game. I'll try not to spin the camera around too much too. I do that constantly. You'll see how ADHD I am. Just like jumping and rolling for no reason. And then I missed an item. Let me go back for it. This is also the only Souls game where you start out with no build. Any other Souls game, you pick your build first, and then it gives you hands-on with the controls. But here, stats are at 1, everything's at 1. Theoretically, you could beat the game this way if you manage to get out of things betwixt before choosing your build. And I know people have. There we go. Now let me go talk to the old Fire Keepers. And then to cut to silence a bit, let me tell you a bit about myself. I'm Emmy. I go by the name Desert Hare. Well, that's the nickname I want to give myself, but I'm 26. I started this on a whim. I I look at VTubers and I get a bit envious because I want to be one of them. So the only way to do that is start. This is the only way for me to start, so I hope you enjoy my content.
Oh my, your face.
Your face.
The face of the curse.
And I will make your face the greatest in Corridai.
Dead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
What's a Firekeeper doing outside of Lordran or Drain Lake?
You're finished.
Because in the
You'll go hollow.
first Souls game, you start outside of Lordran in the Undead Asylum,
You'll
and
become
that makes
prevent-
sense, kind of,
Hollows
because
prey
it
upon
implies that
them.
there's other lands out there,
Feast upon their
but this game kind of doesn't. I know there's Mira with Lucatiel, but
This is the
she...
fate of the curse.
It's unclear if those places are also dealing with the undead curse.
What is your name?
What is my name? It's Emmy. Emmy. Yes, I'm sure of that.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human.
My high school crafts project.
Take a closer look.
It's an effigy
It's
of
supposed
you.
to be. Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
And that's the excuse for how I regain my humanity. And then... I've never been one to make my character all that different. I just kind of default. Because I'm gonna be hollow instantly. And be a gross green man. So I'm just gonna pick my class and that'll be it. I said I was gonna do Dex. I could be deprived. Start a deprived run. You know what? Screw it. Deprived. Healing rares? No. Life ring. I get one of those instantly. The petrified something. Let's see if I get anything good from the crows.
All people come here for the same reason.
For the same reason,
To break
huh?
the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance. Well, you never know.
Coffee, save my throat, please. You have no idea how many times I did that intro. I can count more than count on my hand, maybe like 15 times. Because I would be like, nah, that's terrible.
Hold on to your
Click.
souls.
No, that's terrible. Click. So no, I'm done resetting it. I'm just kind of winging it right now.
Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Mm-hmm. That's the infamous line. Which, people complain about Dark Souls 2, but then they excuse a whole bunch of stuff that Dark Souls 3 does, which I know back in the day, people were like, oh, this game is rewarding you for... Not rewarding you, but it's incentivizing being way too hard, and it's insulting you for dying over and over again, especially with the first achievement that you can get from this game when you die. But Dark Souls 3 is way more difficult. I need to actually go find a weapon. This is the biggest difference between Dark Souls 2 and Scholar. You find all of these in the wild in Scholar, and here it just dumps it all into your inventory. I understand that change, because it's a lot cooler to go actually find them, but I don't like the changes that they made with enemy placements. I don't like the changes where they added petrified statues everywhere that block your progression, and... drawing a blank. I need to go find a weapon. I'm new at this. Please, please don't click off the video because I keep pausing. I do like some of the changes Scholar made. I like the extra phantoms all over the place. I like the... No, that's pretty much it. I do like the added difficulty. I just don't like the... Maybe it's because I played this game first and I have a big attachment to this game. But I don't like that they mess things up. That beloved music. Where the hell do I get a weapon? I know the Morning Star is down there, but I don't know if I'll be able to wield it. Estus Shard. What is that? What does that affect? I have the opportunity to do something really funny. I can be deprived, start off deprived, and then also join the Covenant of Champions.
Are you
I'm not
the
going to be
next
summoning
monarch?
people anyway, I may as well do that.
or merely a pawn of fate?
I love her Scottish, no,
Bearer
Irish
of the
accent
curse.
so much.
Take this with
Oh.
you. May it ease your journey.
Estus
Go
West.
on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick. Bearer, for you will never meet the king with a soul
I'm so used to
frail
skipping her
and
dialogue, I'm sorry. I'm so used to Bearer Seek Seek Last. Okay, let me go get that Morning Star, and then I'm gonna go fight that ogre. Wrong way. Oh, wait, no, correct way. I hope me being a mess is at least charming. I don't know what I'm doing as far as streaming goes. I know what I'm doing with this game. Okay, I cannot will the Morning Star. Can I will it two-handed? Nope. I can go get the Crimson Parma over here. Alright, let's go get the Covenant of Champions before I lose my sanity. Then, yeah, the Homer Bones up here. This has got to be the shittiest deprived that starts as a Souls protagonist, because I don't start with anything. Like, not even a weapon. I know the deprived in other Souls games just gets a club and better stats. I know in Dark Souls 3 you get 10, 10, 10 for everything. I think that's the case in uh, Dark Souls proper as well. Oh yeah, I can get a busted sword over here, I believe. I can get something to use as a weapon. Yeah, there we go. I think it's gonna be a busted bandit knife. Broken thief sword. I was close. I can't wield this either? What is the stats? Oh, 9. Man, they really start you off deprived in this. Let me go to the crows, see if I can get something that drops. I'm not going to be able to wield it, but it'll be something. Alright, Notepad, what do I want to talk about? Alright, introduce myself. You can go see my art Twitter in my not my description, but in my channel bio. I draw for a living. I said that already. I don't know. I'm new at this, and you can obviously tell.
Seek those who once so that
I'm just gonna skip her
is that
dialogue.
it? Here
I'm
to
so
see.
used to skipping
However,
it. I do it on reflex. Alright, that's his flex strength then. Can I wield this two-handed? Okay, I can. Now let me go fight that ogre. And then go talk to the crows and things betwixt. I need to keep up the conversation, because I'm usually dead silent when I play games, which is not a good trait for a streamer to have, and I'm trying to unlearn that. Thank God nothing has poison this. Oh yeah, that's another thing I didn't like about Scholar. The the endless petrified statues that block your path. There's one at the end of this tutorial section, and you can't finish the tutorial unless you get a fragrant branch of yore, which is an absolute waste. Because all it does is give you access to the gender change coffin over there. God, this busted sword, it does nothing in damage. I hope people like my model. It took me a while to make it. It took me like 2-3 days of straight cutting out layers and doing shit. When I also just had to draw and shade everything on top of that. I hope if this goes well, I want to get a proper live 2D going. I'll shell out money for one if I can't do it myself. I know live 2D costs a good couple $100, if not $1,000 or more. Ow. These enemies here, I assume there are other hollows like me, not like fully dead, because you heard that they have hurt noises that are the same as mine. They'll when they take damage, they sound exactly like my character. Okay, Snuggly and Crow. Smooth and Silky, what do you got for me? No, not discard. I have made that choice too many times. White ring, useless. All the white ring does is it just makes me appear like a phantom. No help at all. I don't know if in this state I'm going to be able to beat the ogre. I can barely beat those hollows. And then, that is a complaint I was going to talk about with this game. The durability system is just absolute ass. I know it's tied to the frame rate, I forget exactly how, but running the game at 60 FPS makes your durability, like, decrease twice as fast. So I'm stuck with that. I know they fixed it in Scholar by giving everything tons of durability. Alright, I accomplished nothing, and the timer over there is saying that I need to cut this episode. So I'm gonna go to the bonfire and cut for episode 1. Let's see how this terrible journey is gonna go.